Silver's gone up in price quite a lot of late. It's very good to own silver right now. Now, if you don't own silver though, is it a good time to buy? Is it your last opportunity to buy before it goes to the moon? A message that we've heard countless times in the world of silver. Well, I hate to burst that bubble, but I don't think silver is going parabolic and to the moon anytime soon. Will it continue to rise in value? Yeah, there's a damn good chance it will. So it's a good time to have it. Is it a good time to buy more of it? Well, maybe if you do it the right way. And we're going to talk a little bit about how that might be in today's Precious Metal Ramble. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to another Precious Metal Ramble where we have down-to-earth discussions about all things precious and shiny. And today we're going to be putting silver in the spotlight. It's had a pretty good run of late with some nice peaks at the end of last week. Is now the time to buy as much silver as possible? Is it about to go to the moon? That is a message that I've heard told for nigh on 10 years of me watching videos and 9 years of me making videos on YouTube. I make them almost monthly. When you see silver go up in price a little bit, everyone comes out the woodwork with shocked faces on their thumbnails to say now is the time. Let's remember that silver is not anywhere close to its peaks in 2011. So if you're asking yourself, is silver a good thing to buy? Remember that 15 years ago, 14 years ago, silver was higher than it is now, and you've got to factor in the value of currency and inflation. So is silver good? It's there, the jury's out on that. And that's part of what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Cutting through some of the brown stuff out there about silver, about buying silver right now, about where silver might go in the future. Of course, I am not here with a crystal ball telling you where the price of silver will be in the forthcoming weeks and months. But we can at least cut through that brown stuff and find what's maybe right for you by asking some interesting and thought-provoking questions. So before we crack on, I do want to just make one quick announcement. We have got some of our channel bars here on the table. They are now available on our website. There's a link in the description box below to my website where you can go and buy them. There's only 14 left out of a mintage of 100 of these. You can buy individual serial numbers. Once they're gone, they're gone. They will not be, well, not more will be made in 2025. Next year, of course, I will be making more in 2026. And it's this time of year that I tend to go out and buy the vast majority of my silver for the year ahead. And I have, of course, got that to look forward to with the increase in silver price. It's always very difficult with business-related silver purchasing because you've got to plan ahead. Of course you have, because you need that silver to do your production runs well in advance of when you actually sell the silver, but you don't know where silver would be. And for me as a business, I've always struggled with this. Do I buy piecemeal along the way, or do I just kind of front load, buy it all in one go, lock it in, it's done? And that's kind of the tactic I've been using over the last couple of years. And when you look at where silver prices are right now, it is very difficult to know where they will be in a year's time. When I was buying my silver supply last year for this particular year's production run, I think it was around £750 a kilo of silver. So now it's nearly £900 a kilo. It's gone up a lot. So you can see that sometimes you win in that sense because I bought at a lower price, so I'm selling my poured silver. But what you have to factor in as a business is that you have that rolling cost. So for me right now, it's going to cost a boatload more for my production for 2026. I hope that makes sense. So it's all about kind of that cost averaging over a long period of time. Some years you might win, some years you might lose. And I take that quite to heart when I look at my stacking journey as a private individual. So as a stacker, not a business owner of Britannias, say, I have bought Britannias at certain prices across the years and added them to my stack. And sometimes when you buy a bunch of silver, the price goes up. You can never really quite tell where it's going to be. It's very difficult to know, and it can be quite daunting for a lot of people. And the more you kind of faff around, I would say, and not go and pull that trigger, the more you put yourself at risk of it going up even more. Now, of course, that can work the other way, and it can go down. And it has gone down in the past for me as well on those situations. But it is one of those things where if you've decided to go out and buy silver for the right reasons, in the right way, doing it in a cost-effective way, then just go and buy it and be happy about that. Now, I'll go a little bit more detail in that after a quick message from today's sponsor. Testing your precious metals and making sure that they are indeed precious is really important. And to that end, I'm very happy to partner with Trusti Metrics, who are the UK's exclusive supplier of the Sigma precious metal verifiers. But it's not just the UK, they can supply all around the world, and they are really good at what they do. The machines are fantastic, and I stand by them as incredibly valuable pieces of kit to have for any stacker or small business or big investor. Whether you are testing gold on the investor model or testing big 100-ounce silver or indeed gold bars, they can test up to those big chunky gold ones as well. These machines will not let you down. They are fantastic and they are really good. They've helped me grow my business over the last few years to levels that I thought I wouldn't really ever get to. So go and check out Trusti Metrics. You can go and ask them any questions about the products, the different machines that they've got, and everything that you would need to know. All of their information is on the website, as well as all the different machines that they've got available for sale. So go and check them out. And as I said, they ship worldwide and they'll help you test your stack. If there's something you're not sure about, their customer service is second to none. And I can highly recommend them, the team, and these machines. So go and check out Trusti Metrics. Links are down in the description box below. So when you are looking at buying your silver, is now the right time? It's undoubtedly high. Like, I remember buying silver, my cheapest bits of silver I think I've ever bought was around £10 an ounce. But when I actually look forward now to where silver could be in the future, yeah, 35, 40 pounds an ounce is certainly on the horizon in a couple of years' time. It's very difficult to know exactly where that is going to be. So what I would say is, if you're looking to buy, you need to have a think about what kind of premium you're willing to pay on your silver and what kind of work you're willing to put in for the returns at the other end. I've said for a long time, perhaps not in these words, but I coined it in a phrase on the live stream I did with Cobra Stacker the other day. When someone asked, what do you prefer, silver or gold for an investment? I said, it depends on what your goals are and how much work you're willing to put in. I personally think there is more money to be made on silver than there is on gold. Now, this is not financial advice and it can vary completely. And also, I'm talking from a privileged position of having a platform by which I have the ability to sell better than just going to a dealer and getting spot price for silver. I have a platform where I can buy my silver cheaper than buying from dealers. I haven't bought silver from dealers for a very long time because I can source from the second-hand markets, and you pay a little bit of a premium over spot, but on some things you get it for spot. And right now, with the markets where they are and the second-hand market where it is and the price of silver where it is, making it expensive for people to look to buy, you can buy silver at pretty close to spot price. They're rare, those deals, but it does happen. So you have to put in the work for it. You have to put in the work to find it. I can't just, for my business, go out tomorrow and buy 40 kilos of silver from the second-hand market. It's very difficult to do that. And you have to have good contacts. You have to have the right people who have the right amount of silver at the same time, or you do it a bit more piecemeal. So it is always a little bit of a gamble when it comes to trying to buy in bulk from the second-hand market. Some might say it's easier just to go and lock in with a bullion dealer, but you're paying that premium, that 20% VAT on top. Now, you can get some of that premium back. If you buy Britannias from a bullion dealer right now, I haven't looked at live prices, but I can imagine they're being around about £37 an ounce delivered. If silver goes to £37 an ounce spot price, you can still get £4 or £5 an ounce premium on your Britannias if you put in the work and sell them yourself. But you have to put in that work, and it's not easy. A lot of people think, it's fine, I'm just going to sell my silver for this price, but it's not easy. And you look at the different geographical regions around the world. Silver right now for the US, once upon a time, Eagles were holding $20 premium a coin, and now they're not. And it's, where do you go for them? So it's about picking that right time. If you have the preference to make more, silver is the way to do it. But you have to work for it. If you just want to put money into something and then in 10 years' time you'll have a nice return, gold is the thing to do. And that has been the biggest success for me for close to a decade now. It's 9 years. It will be a decade next year. Gold is just so much safer than silver, and it has potentially got a lot more for it in terms of that financial hedge. You have to put a lot of work into silver, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that's the same thing, same message for like collectibles. So look, I'm not a great salesman when it comes to these, and quite frankly, I don't want to be a great salesman. I don't want to sit here and tell you that you have to go and buy our channel bars, because at the end of the day, they're a premium item. They are priced at £46. That represents the fact that I have to buy the silver at a price above spot price. I then have to manufacture it. I have to factor in my overheads for that, furnaces, energy, all the graphite crucibles, all the extra hallmarking charges, postage, all of these things. So I charge £46 for these 1 ounce bars because there is a lot of time, energy, effort, and expense that goes into them. And I think it's fair. And a lot of other people do too, as that's why we've sold a lot of them. As I said, there's only 14 left. So the problem here is, though, they're not investments in silver. They're just made of silver. You get a piece of silver at the end of the day. You support our channel and you support everything that we're doing, but it's not an investment. And if you want to get your money out of my poor silver, anybody's poor silver, anything that you've bought that's a collectible item, you have to put that energy and effort in, that work in to get it out. And it can be a bit difficult for some people. Now, the last little bit of this video I want to talk about is the FOMO side. So when we see prices go up like we have of late, you start to see a lot of people with shocked faces on YouTube sitting in their basement going, silver is going to the moon. It's not going to go to the moon. If it does, look, I'll be wrong and I'll be a happy man because I have a lot of silver. But it's not going to the moon. Will it continue to rise and go up in price? I'm going to say I think yes, but that's just because that's what silver does over a long period of time. However, there will be peaks and there will be troughs. We've just got to look back at 2011. I'm going to try and do an imitation of the chart from 2011. That's what it looks like. If you look at a Bullion chart, 2011 has a big peak where in the space of like a month, we had this massive run up in silver to close to $50 per ounce. Now in silver, we're sort of like this. It's kind of going up and down, and it's over here on the other side of the chart. It's getting close. Will it continue to do this? It's unlikely, but it will continue to go up over time. I'm really playing around with these fingers, it's like finger puppets on charts, isn't it? But the representation is still the same. We had a big sharp peak here. Is there going to be a big sharp peak here? No, I don't think so. And if there was, the chances of you being able to liquidate all of your silver at a premium in that short span is going to be really tough. And also bear in mind that if silver starts peaking up, who's going to want to buy it on the second-hand market? A lot of people are just going to think, no, thank you, because they've seen what happens before. And I've seen cautionary tales. When I got started back in 2015, 16, I remember watching some videos, before I was even doing YouTube, I remember watching some videos of a chap who put everything into silver. He sold his house, he mortgaged, he sold his house, he remortgaged a property he had. He had like all of his cars sold, everything, literally every penny he had, he put into silver, and it was right at the peak. And of course it crashed down and he lost a lot of money. And then he deleted his channel because humble pie was too much for him to eat. And I just feel like that's such a thing for people to take heed from and notice that it can go wrong. There's a responsibility for yourself, a fiduciary responsibility. Hey, how about that for a phrase that you need to have a good hard think about when you're investing in silver, certainly over gold. Without giving financial advice, I don't think you can go far wrong with gold if you hold it for a very long time. Silver will go up and down and you have to put that work in summary. So there we go. That's today's precious metal ramble on the way of silver. Where it's going, I have no idea, I don't know, but we will find out at some point in the future. Now, for you cool kid club members, we have a cool fancy number for you to put in here. This is a beautiful, beautiful 50 soles oro coin, and it's 33.436. That's the number that you need to put in the comments for me to know that you are cool. Thank you all for watching. Love this coin, it's so good. There are some coins in my collection I don't think I'll ever let go of because I love it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you are in the Cool Kid Club and you're a backyard bullion rambler and you want to support the channel, our bars are up on the website. As I said, there's only 14 of them left. Once they're gone, they are gone. I know they're a premium, but that's where it is, and that's where we've always been with our poured silver. And I hope it's given you some context in the world of investing in silver or buying collectibles, basically. So there we go. That is it from me. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.